Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'll be your host, Elena. And what are we doing today? We're showing you that even white infected creatures can be a bit holy. Just kidding. But that's what we're doing. We've got 4 different infected creatures. One of being Shriek Raptor. He's a 2/3 flyer. He costs 5. He looks pretty gross. I never really looked very close at this art, but he's not a pretty sight. We got Priests of Norn. He's a 3 casting cost, vigilance, 1/4 infect. We got Lost Leonin, who's a 2/1, 2 casting cost infect, cat soldier. He looks pretty wretched also. It doesn't look like he's been having a very good day. And we got another flying infect guy. His name is Tine Shrike. He's a 2/1. And he costs 4 mana. The way I pump him up is with Angel of Jubilation. She gives other non-black creatures I control +1/+1. And players can't pay life or sacrifice creatures to cast spells or activate abilities. That's not really what I care about on this card, but sometimes it helps. Another way to pump him up is with Dictate of Heliod. He gives creatures I control +2/+2 for 5 mana, which is gross. Whenever another creature comes into play, I can put a 1/1 counter on each creature I control with Cathars Crusade, which is bonkers. I want to read the flavor text to you guys. It says, Avacyn's holy warriors kept hope alive in her darkest hours. Now they will carry that hope across Innistrad. Well, little did they know they're carrying the hope of Phyrexia here. Got some spot removal. Got the good old ring, or Oblivion Ring. 3 casting cost. When this comes into play, remove another target non-land permanent from the game. And when this leaves play, it gets to come back. Got some Swords to Plowshares. And I love this card for this deck because it's a 1 casting cost instant that removes target creature from the game, and then that creature's controller gains life equal to its power. And I love it because they can gain life all day. 10 poison counters still kills you. So even if they had 200 life, a million life, they will still die from 10 poison counters. And we got the Quarantine Field. It's kind of like a mass O-ring. It's a double X, which means you have to pay whatever you pay for X twice, and 2 white. When it enters the battlefield, you put X isolation counters on it. And for each isolation counter on it, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent an opponent controls till this leaves the battlefield. Got some cards in here that give me just a few options, because options are always good, and the more options you have, the better off you are in the game. So I got Collective Effort in there. I can escalate it by tapping an untapped creature I control, but I can choose 1 or more. I can destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. I can destroy target enchantment, or I can put a 1/1 counter on each creature target player controls. So it's kind of like a mini Cathars Crusade. And I also have Dawn Charm. I get to choose 1. I can prevent all combat damage that will be dealt this turn, or regenerate target creature, or counter target spell that targets me, which is highly unusual in white. I really like having 3 different options on the same card. Makes the deck very efficient. And I also have another Angel of Invention. I like her because she gives other creatures I control +1/+1, and I can fabricate with her, which means I can have her come in with 2/1/1 counters, or I can make 2/1/1 colorless serval artifact creature tokens. It's really helpful when you need blockers, because whenever anybody here is infect, usually the #1 target. On top of that, she's a 2/1 with flying, vigilance, and lifelink. Lifelink is important for me because sometimes I just get beat up just for playing infect creatures. I have an always watching in there because I do have some tokens that are going to come out in this deck, but the majority of the creatures are non-tokens, so they would get +1/+1 and have vigilance. And I do have a special land in here called Emeria Skyrune, because the rest of the land base is just plains. When I control 7 or more plains, I may return target creature card from my graveyard to the battlefield. That has helped me out numerous times. Like if I am in the game long enough to have 7 plains, it's pretty much over. I really like this deck. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you later.